We are talking about the film from Iceland today. It's a German premiere, a song called Hate. And we have the director of the film with us and the protagonists. And this is a film about music. It's all about music, but not only about music. It's always it's also a film about politics in music. And I think that's the most important thing. How much can music be political? I think that's it all about. Anna.
Well, I think that was what attracted me to making this documentary, was to see such a political band coming on the scene and wanting to use art to make a change. So in a way, this is not a traditional music film or film about music. It's a film about the art of making a stand.
So your background is not only filmmaking, your background is special. May you say something about that?
Yes, my background is in music. I started in the music industry over 20 years ago, first as a manager, and then I ran Iceland Music Expert and later Nordic Music Expert program. So for 20 years, I worked in music and have quite a deep knowledge of the music scene.
So when did you two met each other the first time, Klemens, when you first heard about Anna?
Well, obviously, I've known her from the music scene. She's very established here in Iceland for the amazing work she's done in the music scene. But then she moved over to the production side of filmmaking and now directing. We met for the first time really sort of properly after we decided we wanted to document our excursion to Eurovision or our participation in Eurovision, and our first thought was to make some sort of mockumentary on our own about our participation, and somehow Anna Hildur got a whiff of our interest in documenting our participation. So we ended up meeting Anna Hildur, and she convinced us that this was that we should do the documentation properly, and there within we joined teams and let her come into the project.
So this is your first documentary, Anna, your first full-length documentary, and then it's a difficult theme like that. A wonderful band, Hatari, and all these difficult places to go to Israel, to go to Palestine. That was a kind of adventure, I think.
Yes, it was. I mean, this was a huge challenge to me. I was never going to direct. So being a first-time director of such a challenging topic was not easy. But I co-founded Tapratat, my company, with Ian Forsyth and Jane Pollard, who are established filmmakers in the UK. And they were the directors of 20,000 Days on Earth with Nick Cave. And when I asked them if they could direct it, if I would produce it, but they proposed that I would direct it because they didn't have the time to do it, and they told me that I would not find a director with such short notice, because I had the idea in January, started talking to the guys and finding out a way of doing this with them, and then we actually started some pre-filming and development in early March. And then we had to be ready to go into a completely unknown territory within 2 months. So in a way, I just had to take the challenge and jump into the director's shoes and learn on the go.
Yes, good decision. And I think for a musician, it's good to have a director who knows who she's talking about. It's easier for you as a band, as a musician, to talk with a director who comes from music.
Yes, obviously. And it was very, in a way, I felt the documentary was a way to keep us on track, and also gave us this opportunity to kind of make the performance bigger than just the act itself. You know, it gave it a longer life term, and gave the viewers. Gives the viewers of the documentary a better sense of our experience, and gets them closer to how we actually felt and what was actually happening within this kind of crazy Eurovision bubble.
Hatari is a political band, always has been. I think you're a collective and anti-capitalistic, and all you do is political. But on the other hand, all you do is costumes. You come on the stage, look very different from you now, and you always have a costume to keep you on distance to everybody. And now in the film, you are just you. No costume, it's just you with all your thoughts, with all the feelings. I was really touched. And how was it for you?
Well, I find it very hard to watch the documentary myself, because it's very what you call it? We're just ourselves, and we have no costume to hide behind. And obviously, we put on a certain persona when we perform, and all of the kind of the surroundings of our acts. Like you say, we're a multimedia project, so there are more kind of sides to the band than just the music. But I felt it was necessary to kind of show us as the people that we are, and how we kind of experience the situation, and it gives it more depth and integrity.
You are very successful in Iceland, but you are very young as well. So sometimes when I looked at the film, it looked like a little bit, there's really heavy thing on your shoulders to do this now, to give such a political statement during the Eurovision contest. How you see it?
Well, there was a lot of work to be done, and that we did, and many sides to be contemplating, with both just participating in the competition is a huge workload, but then obviously we were also meeting with Palestinian activists and artists, and Israeli activists and artists. So, you know, this really took up, I think we were working nonstop for 24 hours every day, pretty much, you know. So it was quite a strain, but obviously I'm very humbled to have had this opportunity to take part and convey our message, and get to meet all the amazing people that we did on the way.
So there were a lot of pressure on you, political as well. I think even on you, Anna, because if there had been no statement at the end, if you had not done anything, that would have been a little bit difficult for the film, huh? So
Yeah,
you were afraid.
possibly.
You were afraid between they don't do anything.
Well, I thought about it every day, of course, because they had new ideas every day. Often they just wanted to walk away from this. There was nothing going to stop their thought process in a way because they are a very close knit of people. And so, but I also thought when we started this, we were going to film a journey and a process. And we knew that anything could happen on this journey. And if they wouldn't have done the statement, the film would possibly have been something different because there would possibly have been different reactions from Palestine and who knows what would have happened. But maybe that would have shown some kind of failure. I don't know. It would have been a film
Yes. So when you
about
came,
a different conclusions.
yeah. So when you came back to Iceland and okay, you did the statement. What changed for you as a musician in society and for you with the film? So what changed to make this film, to make this statement, this political statement for you in your life, not only in your music?
Do you mean like what changed just in our day-to-day life, or?
Yes, what changed? Yeah, you're more. Everyone knows you now. You have been in all news. You have been all over the
Yeah, well,
place.
kids in Iceland are wearing BDSM costumes, and we're signing autographs from kindergarten children. but obviously it's sort of, there was a lot of discussion about us after the competition, but now it's obviously dying down a bit. There's not much changed. We have the privilege of coming back to Iceland where there's not a legal occupation or apartheid going on. So.
What is going to happen with the film now? Does it going to a journey to television around the world?
Yes, it's being. We're lucky to have sales and distribution company called Level K in Denmark. So there's already been quite a lot of TV sales, and we're hoping that the cinemas open again so we can go into cinemas. But I was going to add to Clemens's words about what changes, because a journey like this, I think, changes everybody that goes on it. And the film is a little bit about how the band and how everybody who participates in this art performance, how this journey changes them. And Matthias says in the film that he's never taken anything so far. And that has been an experience that has changed him. And I think also what was so evident when we were filming, that we were warned that this could affect their peers and equals in Palestine. So we had to really consider and think about our responsibility in what people were getting themselves into, participating with Hatari and participating with the film. And that was quite eye-opening when we were just talking and they were showing ideas and they were performing ideas. So that was something that in the editing room, it took a long time to really carve out the story of this journey.
You are proud that you did it? Both? You're proud that you did the film? Yeah? Okay, I think it's
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the film, and it was a real honor to be able to be with Hatari on this journey, and I hope the story gets a reach and gets out to people, because I think it's a story that has something to say.
Thank you very much for the interview. And I think the same. The film must go around the world because it has a message. And thank you so much for joining us here on the Lübeck Film Days.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.